Hi, friends. Y'all, thank you so much for bearing with us with the technical difficulties. We hope that this works and that this helps us a little bit better. But, anyways, welcome to Planning Together. My name is Darian, also known as DarianPlans, and I'm so glad that you are here. Every week, I invite a friend on to share with us how they are organizing their life and organizing their heart. So, if you're new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And y'all, I can't wait to share with you, like, my friend tonight, Elaine Michelle. Like, she is so awesome. Some of y'all know her from the host of the podcast Here For It. Some of y'all are familiar with her YouTube channel. And some of us just know her as our personal best friend. And y'all, help me welcome Michelle to Planning Together.
Hey,
Girl.
Girl, that's an intro, honey. That's an intro.
Yes.
I'm gonna hire you.
You deserve that intro, though. You are just, I'm a huge fan. I'm a fan of you. I'm a fan of your work. I admire what you are doing. And I love you so much. So I just thank you for being here. Thank you.
You are so welcome. I love you too. So for those who didn't hear before, when I found her channel, I was like, yes, I love her. Like, she reminded me so much of myself because of the energy. Like, it's just nothing but love there. She loves God. She loves planners, like to dance, music. Like, what more can you say? Like, I'm like, yes, I want to wrap her up in my womb. I love her. So yeah, I'm really excited about this blooming friendship that we have going, and I hope that this will not be the last time that we work together.
Of course. You're stuck with me now. You are stuck with me. Letting you know. Okay, so the comments are lighting up. People are letting us know that they are in the house, y'all.
Yay!
Let us know where you are watching from, and let us know, how are you doing today? We just want to know, how are you doing? Can you let us know, like, start us off, how are you doing today?
Like, well, I am much better than I was last week with virtual school. I was ready to quit the first grade. Completely just drop out. Like, I was over it. Was gonna chuck the deuces, try homeschooling or something. But I'm doing better. I'm more calm this week. So yeah, we are in a good place.
Oh, okay. Okay. I'm glad you haven't quit first grade. That's so good to hear. Oh my goodness. And I'm glad you're in a better place. Like, okay. It's so, I'm watching on live and then I get distracted by all the comments because we have a friend tuning and watching from Japan today.
Yes. Hey.
Hello.
That's my cuz. Hey, cuz.
Hey, cuz. I got a new cuz today too. Okay.
Right. New cuz in the building. That's sis. That's cuz.
We got Texas. We got Tennessee, South Carolina, New Jersey. Y'all, welcome. We are so glad that you're here. I'm doing better now that, like, I'm on live. Like, there was all these technical difficulties, but that happens. I'm learning to just allow like issues to happen. Like, it's okay. It happens. So I'm doing better now that I see these comments and I see y'all here. It makes my heart good. It does my heart good. Okay, let's dive right in. You ready for this?
I'm ready.
I'm so excited. Okay, I want to know, let's just start off. I always ask people this. What was your first planner?
My first planner was a Franklin Covey. Because I'm fancy. No, really is because it was my dad's. So my dad was an area supervisor for a gas company. So he had like really fancy stuff. And every year he would kind of like pass down his really fancy stuff to me. And so that's the one I really can remember. It was brown and it was so ugly, but so professional looking, because I love that little thing. And I was writing, I have no idea what plans I had because I had none other than I would write like Bible study, school, and church on Sunday. I remember those. I had nothing else. So that was my first one.
Okay, so wait, how old were you when you had this?
I was probably like 5 or 6. Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, and it's so funny. My dad still remembers that too. And I think it was right before I left for college, I had found it. Now, where it's at now, I would have to like go back home and find it. But I really do want to find it because I looked through the pages. That's the only way I know what I was like scheduling.
Mm-hmm. Oh my goodness. I love that so much. And I love that it was like you just got it from your dad.
Yeah, this is He just passed it on, like, cause okay, so truthfully, I used to run a business at the tender age of 5. So I had a whole store, right? And I had to serve the customers and I had to order stuff for people. You know, I had to get things done. So because of me being the grocery store owner, you know what I'm saying? So I had to have me a planner.
You had to have it all together. I love that. So now I want to know, well, what do you use now? What's your planner stack?
Oh, okay. I made sure to have her close by.
Yes.
Just in case you decided to ask me, this is my baby.
And what is your baby? Where's your baby from? Let us know.
This is my Notique. This is my blush quilted planner from Notique, and I love her. She is everything. If you can't catch the theme, I love tiger things. Okay. And cheetah. I like big cat things. So it just looks very good. I love this planner, and it's from Notique, and it's A5 size, and I have like inserts from my shop, from Digital Dashbox, like. Yeah, she's a whole mood over here.
She's a whole mood. First off, we just gonna go with the flow. Like, let's just go. Let's talk about Notique. Like, anybody if y'all are familiar with Notique, let us know. But for anyone who does not know what Notique is, let us know. I'm obsessed. Because of Michelle here, like literally because of Michelle, like everything around me right now is Notique. I got a Notique cover for my half letter disc, and I got a Notique for my coil bound.
You better come on.
And it matches.
Yes. Look at it matchy. Let me pull don't make me pull mine out. Hold on one second. It sits back here.
Yes.
That's one of them. And I got my other one over here, my little planner covers, because I love them things.
Yes. They're amazing. Okay, so listen, you got to listen. Shonda said, listen, educate us, please. Let's educate them on Notique. Let them know. Okay.
So if you've ever been somewhere like real fancy and you walk in the door and you instantly feel bourgeois, like you just feel like you got some money, like you just walk in and you like, ooh, like remember that I think it was a meme, the girl from BuzzFeed, she was like, ooh, you got money.
Yes.
I got money. So that's how you feel like you're getting an experience. You feel like you have really done something from the time you open the package and you see the packaging, and then you get the note that's handwritten to you, and then I don't think y'all can really get a feel for it, but I'm just gonna touch it for y'all. Okay. This is me touching it for y'all so y'all can see exactly how it feels. Just pretend like this is your hand. This is right here. It's amazing quality. And I could go on and on, but the experience of a Notique is like no other I've ever experienced before. It's something I live for. Like, I absolutely live for my packages.
The package, like literally the whole packaging is like an experience, like from every detail of like the wrapping. Y'all, she writes a handwritten letter, and listen, this is my favorite part. She calls me Lady Darian. Like, she doesn't call me like Darian D. No, she says Lady Darian, y'all. Like, to everyone, like it.
Yeah,
it's a whole experience. Like, we just have to talk about it because
you have to get in on it. If you have never or if you don't have, listen, y'all know me, I'm a budgeter too. So say, if you ain't got the coins, I understand. But just get you a little piece of something so you can experience the Notique experience. Okay. I think she got some pens on there, $20 or less. And you could use my discount code, okay, Michelle10, EMICH10, and order you something so you can feel this way. If you are down in your dumps and you just feeling like, man, I just need something to lift me up, order today. By next week, you'll have something coming to you in the mail that'll make you feel amazing. Now, y'all better go get you some.
Yes, I love it. Y'all are cracking me up. Emma said, I am going to the Notique website right after this. Lisa said, I'm right behind you. Sonda said, I want to be a lady. Listen,
Yes.
I want to be a lady.
Yes. Look, when she says, so me and Viv, she's actually like really we've built a really good relationship. So whenever she talks to me, it's Lady Michelle. I'm telling you, she put me on a different level. I'd be like, oh, yes, why, yes, I am, Lady Me. Sure. That's how I feel.
I love that. I love just the fact when you're like talking to her, the fact that she is like, I have to be like, you're like, wait, I got to change the way I talk and I got to clear myself. It's nice to be around people who kind of make you want to level up and up your game.
Right. Real simple. It's real. It's not real aggressive. It's real simple. Just that one, hey, Lady E. I'll be like, hey, hello.
I love it.
So that long drawn out thing, yes, that's the planner that I'm currently using. And then I digital plan as well on my iPad.
Can we talk about that? Digital plan. Okay, so
I digital plan on my iPad. I use a note called let me see if I can roll over here. Hold on. Enjoy this background real quick.
Y'all, these comments are so
sometimes I have to roll. Now look, I'm gonna roll back. Okay. So I have I have the iPad Pro and I use the Apple Pencil. Ooh, that's a lot of I'm embarrassed. That's a whole lot of notifications. Okay. But we're gonna pretend like y'all did not see all of these notifications. This is a hot mess. But anywho, I digital plan in the Good Notes app, and I pretty much do that because it's a good way for me in the morning or in the heat of things. I'm able to just kind of write things down. I do a lot of I have a YouTube planner that I created, so I keep that on here. And then I'm trying to show you guys my bad, I'm in the wrong planner. I got planners. Hold on.
She got planners, yeah.
I got planners on planners on planners. It's a lot of planners on here. And if you have ever wanted to get into planning and stuff like that, this is a really good thing to kind of get into if you're more digital and you have a plan. So this is what my planner kind of looks like. Ooh, my light is shining. I'm sorry. Ooh, okay.
There we go.
So it just has a daily, and I can write all my stuff down over here. So I just kind of do that to keep up with the things I want to do for the day and check them off. So just, so I don't have to carry around my baby over here every day because I know I have to carry her. It's kind of like a give and take type thing.
Okay. I love that. The Planner Wire literally said she has a digital planner stat.
I do.
You do.
Planners on planners.
I love that so much. Okay, so did you find these digital planners? Did you create them? I want to know. I don't know nothing about digital
planners. I took a long walk down Planner Lane and I found some planners on there that I liked, and I really, really like this one. It's by $1 Million Dollar Planning or something like that. Okay. And they have amazing, it's a daily planner, a weekly, a monthly, and different layouts that you can get all in one. And I love that because I was able to move, so maybe one week I want a vertical plan and then next week I want a horizontal because I'm wishy-washy like that. So it gave me all the fields inside of one planner. And then I found a YouTube planner, but I was like, I could do better. So I decided to design one. I did. I spoke that. Yeah, I did. So I designed
one. Y'all, she just threw that in there.
I coach YouTubers. And so with me doing that, I kind of wanted to give myself something that I could go off of for the people that I'm coaching. And so I built a YouTube planner. I sent it off to someone and they put it together with the tabs and all that. It's real fancy though. Mm-hmm.
Oh my, okay. Now my brain is loading with questions. You were just I don't like that. I'm just going to create my own. And I love that. I love that. First off, I gotta agree with Shamika over here. Team wishy-washy over here.
Yes.
I am I don't know. I'm so back and forth with vertical, horizontal, and I never really actually thought to think about digital planning and being able to switch like that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you created your own. Like, so let us know. You wear so many hats. So many hats. And I'm over here like, I'm just trying to put pants on in the morning.
Look, let me tell you, it's all about the wig. See, I realized that it's whatever wig that I have. Now I have a non-productive wig. My non-productive wigs are my blonde ones. When I'm in a blonde wig, I'm literally just having fun all day. Okay, that's not what you asked me.
No, I need to know. I'm like, let me know which wig you wear for which day, and like, I am so here for this.
No, so honestly, planning is the foundation of everything that I have going on. And I have learned to give myself a little grace because I do a lot, right? But it's all things that I enjoy. So I stopped doing things that I didn't enjoy doing, and I started putting in more things that I enjoy, that I'm passionate about, and that's what keeps me going. So like, I do take breaks. If you watch me, you follow me, you know I will take a break in a minute because my mental is more important than trying to show up and pretend. I'm very transparent when it comes to my life and what I have going on, and I feel like if I'm going to tell you that you got to take a break, it's okay for me to take a break as well. And so I'll disappear for a couple of days. I get my emails, my DMs, and people are like, "Hey, you gonna post anytime soon? Thinking about you. Maybe you should post a video." And I'm like, "Yeah, let me get to that. I thought about that. I'm gonna do it." But I just realized it's all about balance. And so when one area gets a little, too much, I put my focus in over there to get that together. And I still maintain and manage over here, but I make sure that that thing that's supposed to be important, that I put my all into that. The other part that I've been learning is delegation. So I do a lot because I have the Planning to Better Me retreat that I'm over, the Black Shop Owners United. I started that, and I'm like, okay, so now that it's here, I want to kind of move people in place where they can do it themselves. But I think overall, it's more so like understanding your space that you're in. Your head space is so important. Like, I can't stress that enough. And so if you have to take a break and move to something else for right now to be hyper focused over here, it's okay. Just don't be afraid to do it.
Okay, you just said so much, and I'm like, yes. I need to process. Okay, you talked about like how like you started eliminating things that you just did not enjoy anymore and started doing more of the things that you do enjoy. So for someone who's just like, how do I know the things that are essentially giving me life versus the things that like I necessarily don't enjoy doing? Like, how do I do that, especially when the things that I don't enjoy doing are sometimes things that I have to do?
Yeah. And that's the hard part, is learning to say no. I just would say in the past year and a half, maybe I learned to say no to some things, and getting people around me that would help me to say no. So I have people I bounce things off of. So before I make some decisions, I'll be like, "Hey, what you think about this? I think I'm finna quit." And they'll be like, "Girl, no, don't quit because you need this." I'm like, "I'm gonna quit anyway." But you really have to be honest. It's all about prioritizing what matters to you. Is what you're doing right now that you have to do, is it going to be important a year from now? Even 6 months from now? Is it going to be something that is going to fulfill your life? And so my thing that I talk about all the time, I grew up like dead smack in the middle of church. And because of that, I felt like I had to be doing stuff in the church in order to make myself feel like I was doing something, like church-wise, and not realizing I was becoming more based on religion than my spirituality. And so that was the biggest area for me. I wasn't enjoying those things anymore. I wasn't enjoying it. It became a task versus something that I like to do. When I give my time to people, when I'm doing my coaching, when I'm doing YouTube, I want to do it from my heart. I want to do it from something that you can feel, which I hope when people see me, they're like, "Oh wow, like this is really my best friend on a video," because that's how I feel when I'm talking, when I'm doing all of that. I'm coming to my besties like, "What's up, bestie?" Like, it is what it is. And so I feel like if someone is really searching and they have things that they have to do, just evaluate it. Like, is it really a have to do type situation, or is it something else you can put into that place? And that's kind of where purpose comes into line with what you're doing. When you start realizing what your purpose is, then automatically things will start moving anyway. You won't even have to eliminate things like you think you're going to have to like cut people off. They'll just start falling off. And things that you thought that were just had to be in your life will start going away too, because your passion and your purpose will align together and you'll be moving in the direction that you need to for yourself.
Y'all, she is over here preaching. Y'all, I'm just like, yes, I'm just, yeah. Whew. Yeah. So for someone who is, trying to figure out like purpose, and like, because we say purpose, and I think sometimes we can say that word, and a lot of people are like, I know that, but I don't necessarily like grasp that like practically. Like someone's like, okay, where do I begin? Like, I just know where I'm at right now isn't it. Like, this isn't it. Or I'm in a difficult situation, whether it's a health related, I'm taking care of a sick parent, a sick husband, like whatever, like my plans necessarily didn't go according to plans. I'm just trying to figure out, what does it look like for me to live on purpose now?
So what I realized is that purpose didn't just start yesterday. Purpose, you were born with it, right? Like, it's always been inside of you. Those things that make you tick, that make you go, like, it's always been there. Now, the idea is like, how do you get to it? How do you tap in to that purpose that has already been in you? I remember there's my favorite thing is that your gifts will make room for you. And I did not realize that what that really and truly meant until I started walking in my purpose. We're all here to help someone else to get to their next level. So when you think of it like that, it's like, okay, well, what am I supposed to be doing to help that next person? So where you're at right now, or where you're at right now, if you're in that space where you're like, this ain't it, then it ain't it. And that's okay. That's a good place to be. That's where you want to be at. So now you can start sitting down and having those conversations with yourself, your higher power. Who do you believe in? And start taking notes. Journaling is really, 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 really helpful. And take time to say, like, okay, this is something that I love. Write down all the things you love doing. There's always a common denominator within those things that you love doing. I kid you not. Like, I've never talked to someone else that has not given me a list of stuff that all of the things somehow intertwine with one another. It just happens, because when you're passionate about something, it usually affects the passion of the other things around you. My friends call me the purpose pusher. So
yes.
I can go on all day. I'll be like, come get this back. Pull it out of you. I can't help you absolutely get to, like, I can't give you your purpose, but I can help push you towards it. And I can help you discover what your purpose is. And that's what I realized that the reason why I am here is because there's something in me that allows me to be able to talk to others, but to also understand, to hear, and to be that person that they may need. It's not a forever thing. That's what I realized. I'm not a forever person for everybody. But in that moment of time that we spend together, I could be that person that you needed to connect the link to get to where you're trying to go. And that's what I pride myself in, whether it's marketing, whether it's just doing YouTube, whatever, I'm pushing people towards whatever that goal, that purpose is. So when you're in this place, because I know you're younger than me, when I was 24, I was a hot girl. Like, I was living Meg Thee Stallion. My knees was Meg Thee Stallion knees. They just got some, Mama Lisa knees, but they were. I had Meg Thee Stallions, and I was living my best life. And I always asked myself, what is it that I wanted to do? Now, I had two goals in life. I wanted to be a video girl, right? Why? I don't know. But it was a goal. Like, I had plans. Okay. I had lost all this weight, and I was finna go to Atlanta. I was going to get me a baller, and I was going to sit down. Well, not really sit down, but I was going to sit down somewhere. I had goals, but they weren't the right ones. None of that stuff had anything to do with my purpose, right? Because it didn't lead me anywhere. But it was a mindset shift that had to happen. My mindset shift ended up being a child, because had I not had my son, you guys probably would know me as I would be having a peach in my hand, and I would have 5 divorced husbands by now, like real exes of Atlanta. That would have probably been me. But here we are today having this conversation. But I really think, truthfully, being honest, when you're ready to get to finding your purpose, when that aha moment hits, like, what is it that I want to do? Sitting down, writing in your journal, having that talk with God and yourself. You got to talk to God and yourself. Like, you can't just talk to your friends. You got to really be honest with you first, because if you can't be honest with you, nobody else around you is going to be able to be honest with you either. And when you start having those conversations, those times where you're just sitting down, I talk to myself all the time. I'm not crazy because I don't respond to myself, but I do talk to myself often. Like, I don't think that's right. Maybe I should, maybe I shouldn't. And as you start developing those relationships, you'll start seeing, like I said, writing down what you love, what you don't like what you kind of like a little bit. What are you interested in? What are some things that you want to do or grow to? You know, where do you envision, like seriously envision, attainably? Like, where do you envision yourself in life, and how can you attain that, and what it's going to take to get there?
And that's it, y'all. Like, you can just end it here. Like, you dropped so much. I'm just like, yes, like, y'all, this is so good. This is so good. Like, yes, Lauren, this is gold. I agree. This is gold. Like what you just said about like, passion and purpose, like, and just taking the time. Like, the thing that stood out to me is you said, take the time to know yourself, because no one else can know you if you don't even know yourself.
Exactly.
Right? Like, and you talked about journaling. So someone's like, okay, I know myself. And you had said this earlier. You said you have surrounded yourself with people who have permission to speak into your life and say, no, I don't think you should do that. Whoa, I need you to back up a little bit. Like, so how would people, this is crazy because I was just talking about this earlier, but how, like, in the importance of community, how would people go about finding their people?
Honestly, if I can just be 110%, they find you. From my experience, they have found me, whether it's been one of my good girlfriends. I literally met her on the internet, and she's here in Memphis, but I met her on the internet, and I kid you not, like, she would go like toe for toe, anybody, any day for me. But it's a mutual thing. But what happened was, she came into my life and gave me a different perception of friendship, because I am used to being the person who pours into other people. And in my midst of my self-love journey, I said, because I've been watching A Million Little Things, and Remy, he said he wanted to be poured into. I was like, I want to be poured. Pour into me. Like, I want people to pour into me, because I'm usually big sis. I'm big cuz. I'm the friend that has it together. I've always been like that. And so I grew up kind of being guarded, or more so just protecting everybody else from my feelings or how I felt. And then it would either one or two things. I would cry or I would go off. So it wasn't a happy medium. But when I started realizing myself and seeing me for who I was, I needed to I can still be the strong friend and have a strong friend to help me, to support me in what I need. So when you're looking for people, you don't have to look. They're going to come. You just have to be in a place for them to come in your life. And if you're not there yet, you'll miss some diamonds. You'll miss some beautiful people if you're not there yet. And that's okay, though, because you don't want to be with people who will come and tear up your stuff either. You know, because y'all aren't aligned at the moment. But when you're ready, those people will find you.
And you, like, I don't know if you know that you said putting yourself in the right position. Yeah. And like, sometimes putting ourselves in the right position is sometimes even just putting ourselves out there.
Yep.
And putting ourselves in the the places that we want to be, like going back to what you said, what do you love? And like doing those things that you love and putting yourself in places in which other people are also maybe doing what you love.
Exactly.
You know? And so I love that so much.
Well, see, I got bullied when I was in high school. I got bullied, and I was bullied because I had things. There was no other reason. I actually was. I'm not like going to like toot my own horn. I was a popular kid, but I was also bullied, and people would be like, "What? How is this happening?" Because I'm soft, kind of, in a certain way. And I would let people kind of walk over me in an attempt to not create any confusion, commotion, or anything. And so when I got bullied, it was those moments of feeling like, man, I really want to smack you, but if I do that, I'll lose all that I have. So I always had like that conscience of, if I did this, then all of these bad things are going to happen to me. And so I walked around with that. And I not only did I walk around with that hurt and that pain from these girls who they used to spend the night at my house. Like they were literally my friends until I got a car and a job. And then it was like, oh, she thinks she this. No, I can't help what my parents did for me. That's not anything to say against yours or anything. That's just my life. I have no control over what my parents were able to give me and what yours were either. And I hated that for a long time, which made me resent building relationships with females. So I would never let females get too close to me because I was always scared that if I got them in too close, I would end up in that same position where these girls turn their backs on me for no reason at all. And I was guarded all up until maybe a couple years ago. And then I got burnt again. I was like, deuces. Like when people say like, I don't deal with females, like I was that girl, like I don't deal with females. I got nothing but male cousins. And, you know, I have guy friends over like platonic, like it was nothing going on. I was the home girl, like the girlfriend to come over. Hey, what's up? Like, I'm like, hey, how you doing? I'll be in there cooking too. Like I was that home girl because I just didn't get along with a lot of females. But actually being on YouTube has like taught me a lot because I have a lot of women that follow me, but not only follow me, they pour into me, whether it's saying, girl, thank you so much for this video. You helped me, whatever. In the midst of my situation that I have going on, so many people have reached out like, girl, you're going to be okay because we already see it. I'm like, I'm glad y'all see it before I see it. But I would have never thought I would be in a place where like even I'll share this with Latrice, like she's like fam from a relationship, but I feel like she told me she was going to Japan and my heart sank. And I'm like, I'm not that girl. Like I'm really sappy right now. Like I'm like where's she going? You know, but it's because I'm in a place now where I can accept different types of relationships that come my way. And I also have an understanding where this may not be a forever thing, but it's okay to enjoy right now.
Oh, I love that. Like, this may not be a forever thing, but it's okay to enjoy right now.
Yeah, because we get caught up, we get caught up on thinking about way down the line. What if somebody does this? But if you are your best person and somebody screws you over, they don't have to deal with that bad juju, not you, because you did everything you were supposed to do. You opened up, you did what you were supposed to do as a human being. You're a regular person. So if somebody else does you wrong, you can't take that burden on you. You let that sink with them. And I mean, it'll hurt for a second. Bee stings sting, but it don't last forever. So you just take it as a learning experience.
Come on, bee stings, and it don't last forever. Like, yes. Girl, you're dropping all the nuggets. Oh my goodness. And we haven't even got to all the other questions that I'm asking. But y'all, right now, if I were you, I would get your questions prepared. Get them ready. Because we gonna enter the Q&A phase in a few minutes. But oh my goodness, there's so many things. So I admire you because you like, this is just one hat in which you like, just like, I feel like this was an example of like just what to expect if someone was to like do coaching with you. But I also know that like you are really big on budgeting and managing money and like getting out of debt and paying, like you are really big on those things. So I just want to know, how did you get started specifically when it comes to budget planning?
Because I was making a whole lot of money and all I had in my closet was Jordans. and my bills, like I ain't had no food, and my son had nice shoes, and we was going to eat at my brother's house, and the turning point was when Navient was like, we finna garnish that paycheck if you don't start sending us some money. And I called my dad. I was like, Daddy, I'm finna file bankruptcy. He was like, go ahead. I'm like, okay. Not knowing that if you file bankruptcy, it does not work for student loans. I never had like a huge amount of credit card debt. You know, I was like, baby, I was less than $10,000 in credit card debt. I think it was like 6 something, 7 something. But I had a few collections in there because I was one of the people that if I didn't like hearing you on the phone, I would hang up, and then I wouldn't, like I didn't check my mail. It was a lot of different things I didn't do. I wasn't paying attention to. So that turning point came when I'm looking at my son and I'm making decisions between getting him Similac versus me eating. And I'm like, this can't be life. Like this is just not it.
Yeah.
And so I started looking and I'm like, man, I'm making all this money and I literally have nothing to show for it, but I'm cute. Like cute ain't gonna pay these bills. These people on the phone that's calling me and harassing me, they don't give a doggone about me being cute. They don't care about the shoes I got, the nice stuff. They don't care nothing about that. So I knew I had to get something. I had to do something different. And like I said, finding out that bankruptcy wasn't going to be the answer, I decided to really look into how I could change my lifestyle. And I had to change my mindset. I stopped saying that I was broke, and I started saying I need to manage my money better. I started speaking life into what I had going on in my situations. I changed how I began looking at money. I stopped looking at money as my get out of jail, my brain, because I was an emotional spender. So like if I had a rough day, I would be like, oh, I'm going to treat myself to such and such and such. And I would go and I would spend. And I at the time I had like a makeup, craze. So it was nothing for me to go to Sephora and blow $100 quickly. Like nothing. And, I just couldn't live that life anymore. It wasn't pleasing to me, and I knew it wasn't pleasing to God, because when I started thinking about it, it's like, you got all of this stuff going on. I'm giving you all of this stuff, and yet and still we're around here being broke. He was like, my child, I will take your card. Give me your card. But that's why I'm so passionate about helping others, because I feel like for me, I'm a realistic person. I am single. I'm not married. I have a son. So I'm able to kind of look at things in a way that I feel like even if you're married, you can still relate, because there's going to be some things as a single woman or as a woman in general that you're going to want to pick up on. Like I'm a firm believer. Like I tell everybody, my grandma used to keep her little money up here in her chest. And I never understood why she'd go in there. My granddaddy wouldn't know nothing. And she'd go in that chest pocket. Here you go, baby. Get that. Take it on over to the store and get you what you need. And I'm a firm believer that even if you marry, you should always still have something to take care of yourself. And that's not saying your husband gonna leave you. But one of the conversations I had with my brother, he's our breadwinner in our family. And if my brother dies, God forbid, anything happens to him, what would we as a family have to be able to do to keep up with the lifestyle that he has given them, And so when you think like that, that's not saying I'm putting a negative spirit on anything. That's saying I'm thinking ahead. I'm planning ahead for my future, because I want to live like I'm supposed to live. We're supposed to be kings and queens out here. Like, how we out here being kings and queens with no money in our pockets? I don't know nan king, nan queen that can't pull out something and write you a good check, and pass some good coin to you. So, if you're just getting started with your journey, or you're feeling stuck or anything like that, I think is important. I think it's truly important that you really look at money as a positive, but also look at it as a responsibility. And you are responsible for your money, nobody else. Period. And when you start looking at things in a different way, like it just really, it changes everything. I mean, for a year, I didn't do anything different. other than managing my money. Like as far as like getting extra income or anything, I didn't. I just started managing my money. I watched where my money was going. Like I was spending money at Hobby Lobby. I was going out to eat all the time. I was buying stuff. And when I started like literally giving every dollar a home, a name, a something, I was like, oh, so this is what a savings looks like. You know, because I was a saver, like, oh, I'm gonna put this $200 from my check up, and then this gonna be my little emergency money event. Yeah, so I never had a true savings before.
Yeah.
And it just feels so good when you're able to put that. First, it started off with $50. And then I was like, oh, I made it to $50. I'm going to do 100. And then that $100 became $2. And then that 2 turned into 5. And then that 5 turned into 1,000. And then here we are, you know, like, but it was a process of me changing my mindset on how I viewed the money that I had been given. And you have to be responsible for it. I think about the story, and I'm trying not to be too in the Bible, but y'all know me. Okay, if y'all don't know me, I can't quote scripture for scripture. Okay, so I'm gonna tell y'all from my memory of the story that I think this is. So don't come for me with the names. Or a landowner. I read Salty Kids Bible, if that helps y'all understand. So I don't know what it was in the real one. Okay, so in there, there's a story about a king or landowner. He gave money to his 3 servants, and he gave them all different amounts of money to manage. So when he did that, he already knew ahead of time which one was going to do what and how they were going to be able to hold on to it. Well, the one invested the money and came back and he made a whole bunch. And then the second one, he invested his money and he made a bunch. But there was one who buried his because he was like, how could you leave me with just this little bit of money? So that story is relevant to us today because he gives us all, everybody ain't out here making the same amount of money. But he gives us what we're able to handle and can control. It's up to you what you decide that you're going to do with it. So if you go and you want to be stingy and bury your money and not do nothing and not have faith that you will get things paid and you will get out of debt, that's fine. Cool. Save your one little coin over here, and I'm gonna go over here and I'm gonna take this money that he's giving me. I'm gonna manage it the best way that I can, and I'm going to multiply that. So
yes, I believe what you're talking about is the parable of the talents. Matthew 25. I don't know. My friend Shonda's in here, so she might be. Yes. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
She's talking about the parable of the talents. If y'all want to go check it out, yes. That's one of my that's one of my favorite.
I got hood Bible knowledge. Okay, I got straight hood over here, but I know a little something. I can kind of quote it. I'm just
listen, it's okay, girl. Listen, but you're exactly right. And I think if there's anything that we all can get from tonight is that we all have been given a talent, whether that like you said, like whether that's physical money, whether that's your purpose, your gifts, whatever, like is that like you've been given and entrusted that. And like me, the world, your family, everybody needs you to use your gift. Like we need you, like what you bring, like we need that. And so like it's your responsibility to store that well. Oh my God, there's just so many good nuggets. Like I'm just like, I'm gonna have to come back and rewatch this a few times because my whole life is just, being wrecked at this moment. Okay, so, but like where are you at in your budgeting journey, if you don't mind me asking?
Well, I'm currently trying to get my life together. Because I'm in a new I'm on a new level. But I've been blessed, and my savings account has jumped to an amount that I didn't even know it was there. And I was like, whoa, how did I even get here? But it was just because I was doing what I was supposed to be doing with my money. So now my budgeting journey looks different. My financial journey looks different because right now I'm trying to make sure I maintain and sustain. But at the same time, I'm trusting God that he's going to make a way regardless. Yeah. So I'm adjusting my spending because I like things. I do. I'm being honest with myself. I like things. So I've just, kind of eliminated some of my liking things spending. I'm working at my brother's shop. Oh, well, if you guys didn't know, I was laid off on June 5th. And I was working a salary job. I was making over $70,000 a year. I'm okay to share that now. Plus we have bonuses and things like that. So for me being a single mom, that's pretty good out here in these streets. So to go from those types of paychecks to now I'm like kind of part-time living out here, it's
yeah.
It's a difference. And I'm not going to say like I was just so above, but because I have been doing this for quite some time, this is even new to me, because even when I graduated, I moved down to Memphis and I was a assistant manager at Forever 21. Mm-hmm. And then I stopped from there and I went to working at a manufacturing plant. And I went from there to another manufacturer, like that. I was doing all of that stuff. I was in supply chain. So I just kept like going up the ranks. So it's been quite some time since I made, like, I feel like I'm back in high school again. Like when I was working at Arby's, when I was cutting roast beef and answering, "Hi, welcome to Arby's. How can I help you?" Like, that's where I feel like I'm out again. But at the same time, it's exciting because now I have to put more into me. And I talk about betting on me, and that's what season I'm in. I'm in the betting on me season. So yeah, I do get tired some days. I am tired most days, but it's so fulfilling when I see my son and he's like, "Mommy, you got this going on. I'm gonna be a YouTuber like you when I grow up," or "I'm gonna have my own business." And he's coming in here, he's trying to learn how to work the sticker machines. And, you know, it's just exciting for me to even know that he had already prepared me for a time such as this that I didn't even know was going to happen. So it's right now, budgeting wise, I'm still doing the same things. I'm still applying the same principles, but the pressure is different, you know, because I want to make sure that I don't overwhelm myself, because that's easy to do. I would like to share that. It's easy to get scared and it's easy to get nervous, and you'll turn around and you'll mess all the things up that you've been working so hard for. So take a moment and breathe. I don't know who this is for, but if you're in a situation where your finances have changed, take a moment and breathe. Keep going on that same path you've been going on, trying your hardest, and adjust as you need to. Don't completely stop, and don't completely think that everything has to completely change. Now you're just adjusting. I talk about the pivot. That's where you just pivot to the next way that you're supposed to be going.
Yes. Whew. Yes. And if y'all probably like, "Darian, why do you ask her about her budgeting journey?" It's because, like, one, in her Instagram bio, she talks about how she has paid off over $23,000 of debt, y'all. Like, and that is amazing. Like, that's amazing. Like, and so I was asking her where she is at, because I was like, "Where are you at now? Like, how is that going? Like, how do you continue to keep yourself out of debt?" Like, all these things. Yes. So if y'all are wondering, like, "Darian, that was a personal."
No, I think it fits right in, especially like I want to share my journey because I have had a shift, right? Mm-hmm. I have had things change. And so I'm now on a different wavelength where I got to make ends meet in different ways, you know? And so for me, it's just important that I share all of that. So you good. Like, I'm still paying. I really don't have to pay my car note right now because I was far enough ahead where my bills keep saying $0. And I'm not saying that to say nothing other than, like, that's big to me, where you get a bill and they say you don't owe nothing because you already paid it. Now, I don't know about y'all, but that's like a shot moment. But I don't have to do that. But because he has given me, I'm able to keep going until I can't go no more. So then when it's time for me, or if it ever comes a time, I'm not going to claim that. But if there ever was a time where I had to say, you know what, I'm going to have to back off of something this month because I need to do something else, then I would have the means to call the company and do so, because they would be like, "Oh, well, you've been making it this long. Let's go ahead and give you a little grace period." Got you.
Oh, I love that so much. Y'all, if y'all are gaining anything from that, like, tonight, let us know in the comments, hit the like button, share, whatever, because there's so much like that E is dropping on us tonight, y'all. This is the moment where y'all get your questions ready. Go ahead and we want to hear your questions. I'm just going to highlight a few comments that I see. They're great. But Taylor says, "I feel like I am sitting in on a therapy session." Yes, I feel the same way too. Another quote, "Q ain't gonna pay the bills." Y'all, Q ain't gonna pay the bills
at all.
I love that so much. I love it. Y'all are so awesome. Oh, I love this. The stationary muse says, this makes me feel so much better as I'm starting my budget and debt-free journey. It's so encouraging.
Yay.
We love
And
it.
I just want to share, like, everybody has a different space when they come into your budgeting journey. But when you start applying the principles to your money, it actually starts trickling over into everything else in your life. And you'll find some of the principles that you're using to save your money. You're using it at the grocery store. Now you're using it, at daycares. Whatever it is in your life, you're using those same principles because now your mind is on, okay, I gotta manage this. You'll start managing your time better, even when you get a little, whatever, but you'll still be in a place where you have that whole management aspect of my life. I am in control of my money because it's my money. It's my coin. Once it hits my bank account, bet not nobody touch it. So you got to start, if you don't do nothing else, go hard for your coin, which in turn, like I said, it affects your whole life. Because I don't know, I ain't got no rich husband out here in these streets, and a lot of us don't either. So most of us have to, either we're working or the fact that like we didn't come from money. So there's always something we're trying to do to get to where we want to be at. And money is what rules the world. I don't know if anybody knows that. Like, you got to have money to do stuff. I'm trying to think of something I don't need. Like, cause you need money to eat. You got to pay your water bill. You can't even drive a car. And if you want to get a bike, you got to have money to get the bike. And if somebody even gave you a bike, then you need money to put air in the tire. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's all this stuff. You kind of need money for that. So what I want you to know is, like, your journey is your journey. Don't compare it to anyone else's, but take little nuggets that you can and use them and apply them to not just your money, but apply it to life and make it a whole movement in your life.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. Whew, girl, this has been so good. Okay. We got some questions for you. I'm unique. I hope I said that correctly. What advice do you have for a person wanting to start a business during this time?
Do it. You better do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Yes, you better do it. Why not? Why not? This is the perfect time to start a business because people are at home. You have more time to put in the time for research and development. Do it. There's nothing stopping you. This could be that move that makes everything else move and shake in your life. And they're just waiting on that product to come out that you're ready to sell, or that service that you're ready to give people. Baby, somebody out there want it. You better start tomorrow. I would say start tonight, but you need to go ahead and go to sleep on this hype that you want, and then wake up tomorrow and be like ready to go. Start the business. If I had any other advice, it would be, find you a mentor. I think mentors are so important. A lot of people everybody isn't going to share everything with you. So when you're picking a mentor, pick somebody that you know is going to give you the best advice and have your heart at the forefront. I don't take on clients when I know I got a lot of stuff going on in my life because I think that's like a bit much. I want to give you me. I want to give you time. So I feel like if you're looking for someone in your life to help you, it's okay to get a coach. All coaches have a coach. You know what I'm saying? So it's okay for you to have a coach to help you get to where you want to go.
Oh, I love that. Taylor, I see your question. I want to ask that at the end because I'm thinking the same thing, girl. Latrice asks, how's your mental space now after the layoff?
It's up for the most part. And I think I'm weirded out. Like, can we just be like honest? Like,
why stop?
People ask me all the time, like, are you okay? Like, I'm like, I'm fine. I think maybe I should feel. Let me come back. Like, let me go grab some feelings or something of angst or whatever. I mean, the biggest feeling I had, if you guys watched the vlog I put up today, that was probably like the biggest pity party I had for myself was that day, because I was like, oh, I don't have a job. I'm like, and I was feeling alone because I wanted to talk about it, but then I was too embarrassed to talk about it and all of this stuff. Like, I was just going through all these kinds of emotions. I'm a Libra. I like balance. So there's that whole thing too. So, excuse me, I didn't feel balanced at the time. I felt off balance. But all I got is me and God. You know what I'm saying? Like that I'm betting on me. And when I say betting on me, I'm betting on the gifts that he's given me. And so I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Like I got days where I feel like, okay, we going back to corporate? What we doing out here? Like what you doing? But it's still, I feel like I've shared this with people. Like I used to like be a heavy wine drinker and a heavy peach crème. That was my drinks of choice. When I would come home, I'd grab me a drink. Okay. I'm not ashamed of that. If you don't do that, that's fine. I am me. And so I put those things away. I stopped taking my medicine and things like that because I realized they were blocking me from being able to hear what I needed to hear. And so now my level of distraction, I can tell instantly when something's trying to distract me, whether this is somebody talking to me, whether it's something I see on my phone. Like I'm where I can see like, I'm being, you trying to distract me. I'm going to give you this 2 minutes of my piece. Like you get 2 minutes. That's it. Like you got to get on now. And that's if I give you 2 minutes. If I decide to give you 2 minutes, okay. But I'm at this point where like I'm loving expressing myself too. Like I think it's so cool. Like I'm able to tell people how I really feel and be okay with it.
Yeah.
I'm in that.
That's so good. Okay, Crystal Crafty Closet said, "How has cash envelopes, or is this, I don't know, cube
money
help you with budgeting?"
Oh, now that was, let me tell y'all, if I had to give anybody advice, I'd say 2 things. Actually, meal plan for the grocery store. That's my number 1 tip to anybody that has issues with, or you have kids or anything like that. Meal plan for your grocery store visit so you don't overspend. And the second thing is to use the cash envelope system. It helps so much, especially like if you're like me. I grew up with having a card. And so for me, cash was not the thing to have. Like if you had cash, well, you must be broke because you ain't got no card. Like, so yeah. So I really believe that had I not done cash envelopes, I would not be where I am today because it made me be responsible and made me see where my money was actually going. Because when I started looking in my eating out folder, my eating out envelope, and I ain't had no eating out money, I'm like, where your money go, sis? So now I'm borrowing from the household money to get this burger over here. So I had to stop doing that. I was like, okay, so we got to do something different. We got to make some things shake. Even going to the grocery store, or even like, I think my biggest one, the cash envelope, when I started realizing how much money I was spending on my nails and stuff like that, which is something I love. It was something I couldn't get enough of. But when I realized how much I was spending, I was like, I want to try to save this. So how do I do that? How do I save this money? It made me be more conscious of my spending. So definitely number 1 thing, like look into cash envelopes. It's simple to start. You can grab you some regular envelopes out the 40-pack box they get at the Dollar Tree, because that's how I started. And I wrote which categories I wanted to be in. You start with categories that are your struggle points. So for me, that was, or I won't even say like complete struggle points, but like areas of issue. So like with gas, people ask me all the time, well, why do you have a gas one? Because I was that person that would just zip and go everywhere. And I'm like, you can't do that. So, plan your trip. Plan where you're going, because this is all your gas money that you got for right now. And then even the grocery store, you can't be overspending at the grocery store because it's there. Be more conscious of what you're spending. I did household items. I don't need 50 things of Tide. I'm not going to use that right now. So how do I make this $40 stretch for what I need for my household? Maybe I don't buy the 80-pack of toilet paper. Maybe I don't buy the Viva paper towels this particular time. It just makes you be more conscious of what you're spending on those outside of your 4 walls areas.
Oh, I love that song. Y'all, she has literally gave us the tools to do what we got to do to get our budget together. Yes, absolutely. Y'all, I want to know, what has been your biggest takeaway from tonight? Like, let us know what has been your biggest takeaway. And while you let us know, I have one more question for you that Taylor had shared that I was just like, that's exactly what I wanted to ask her at the end of today anyway, which is, I know there are a lot of unknowns, but what's next for you? What are you dreaming up?
You know what I really want to do? I really would love to create an atmosphere where I could be a coach and be a YouTuber, and that kind of be it.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And that be my thing. What I'm dreaming of right now is being able to connect one-on-one with people and being able to have those one-on-one conversations that you can't have with people in a group setting. I want to be that person.
Yeah.
And that's for budgeting, planning, whatever. I want to be that person. The other thing that I have tapped into, I realized for a while I was doing this, but I wasn't like applying the pressure to myself. So I can tell everyone else how to market themselves, how to get followers, how to look at things differently. I could do all of that because that's what I studied in school.
Yeah.
And now I'm like, why aren't you using it? That's a whole nother gift that you have. Use that gift. So that's what's up next for me. I'm using the gifts that I have to create a whole new world, a whole new vibe, a whole new brand for myself where I'm able to. I love helping my brother at his shop. That's something, it's an amazing thing to see, or just to know I'm helping my brother. You know what I mean? But in the same sense, I still want to be able to, do for me. And I still want to make sure I take care of the gifts and the talents that he's given me. So I'm hoping, that all goes well and I'm able to create that platform where you can just literally have me and your best friend comes to life every other week for you.
Yes. I love that. And I love that. I love that. And I know you're going to do, I mean, you're doing it now, and I know you're going to continue to do it, and it's just going to continue to grow. Like, I am so excited for you. Like, so excited for you. And where can people keep up and follow with? I know I have your website listed. Where can people follow you on Instagram and YouTube?
I'm on Instagram. It's at Elaine Michelle Official. And I am on YouTube, of course, at Elaine Michelle. And I'm really trying to grow my blog or my website, because I'm a strong believer in having something that you can stand on. So if YouTube decide to shut down today, I still have a way to reach people. So please go to my website and just, stay in touch with me there. I'm actually working on, getting that stuff up to date and all of that. And the Planning a Better Me retreat, let me make sure I plug that. That is amazing. It is a retreat for women who want to get to a better place. And that's not saying you struggling or anything. It's just you want to plan for a better you. We work on your mind, body, soul while you're there at the retreat. You get amazing sisterhood. It's so amazing. I wish I could tell you how the atmosphere is, but you would have to go to understand. It was something unheard of. Chains were broken between people, like understanding where they were as a child. We had people in marriages that were realizing that they were not where they wanted to be in their marriage at this retreat. This was supposed to be, people were thinking it was just a planning retreat. No, this is getting your life together, because that's what we are all striving to do, is be our best selves. So if you're looking for, something, an alternative, yes, we like to have fun and plan our planners all day, every day. But I still think behind that woman, I think the planner wire says is behind every planner, there's a story. There is a person behind that planner that has to be taken care of and be cultivated. And if you're not taking care of that person, then your planner is just going to be that. It's just going to be a planner. It's not going to be a tool for you to be the best person you can be.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. And y'all, these comments, yes. Oh my God. Let me know when this retreat is, because I need to be there. I just want to share with you just kind of how you have encouraged and blessed us tonight. Gemma says, this is what her takeaway is, that I need no teak in my life and I need to budget. Yes.
Yes.
The stationary muse says, I need to get serious about my money and stay true to where God wants me to be.
Yep.
Yes. Crystal's Crafty Closet said, know your place of assignment and listen to what you are supposed to be doing based off your purpose.
Yes.
Latrice said, biggest takeaway, stewardship is the key in all areas of life, but mainly finances. It helps create discipline in all other areas of your life. Yes, yes.
Yes.
Shamika says the discipline / stewardship sown today is preparation for the harvest to come at the appointed time.
You better come on. Come on, somebody. Now that's okay.
Listen, yeah.
Listen, I've known to take a run now. I'm trying to hold my mule, okay? I'm trying to hold my mule.
Yes.
That's it.
Yes.
The preparation for the harvest. If that wasn't my confirmation, thank you. I appreciate it. I can go to bed now.
Listen, I can go to bed too. Y'all.
That's it.
Y'all, thank y'all so much for joining us tonight. Like, this was so awesome. Like, I think y'all, thanks for dealing with the technical difficulties. Listen, we still made it happen and we still showed up, and like, it has been such a blessing to my soul. And I hope y'all today were encouraged and blessed. Like, seriously, thank you so much, Eve, for joining me tonight. I love you so much.
You are so welcome. This blessed me. Like, I don't think y'all understand, building a community and having conversations with people is something we don't always get a chance to do. And all of us have something to give to somebody else. So don't be afraid to give it. And that's what I think tonight was so important, because when people ask me to come speak, which ain't really very often, but when people actually want to hear me speak, because I give my opinion any day, but when someone actually invites me, you know, I ask God to make sure that whatever I'm saying, let it be something that helps somebody, and that not only do they get something, but that they share something back with me. And so reading through the comments where I've been blessed, you know, just knowing that y'all got something out of it, but sowed another seed into me. Like, come on, harvest, you know, come on, stewardship. I hadn't even put the word to what I was saying. I got a whole word to it. I didn't learn the Bible story, the parable of the talents. Child, look, I'm gonna write me a whole sermon. Y'all better check out me preaching in the hood church near you, okay?
Y'all, thanks so much for joining us. We'll catch y'all around. I'll see you guys next week. Same time, same place. Bye.
Bye, guys. Bye.